Monsties, hold on tight. 2026 has just begun, but the internet has already exploded. You will not believe who has just solidified their status as a global powerhouse. The data for the top 10 most searched fifth-generation K-pop idols worldwide for January 2026 has just been released. To be honest, the results are chilling. The competition between monster rookies and top groups is truly beyond imagination. There is one name that has everyone staring. That is Ahyeon from BABYMONSTER. She has just proven that the ace status is not just a label, but a harsh reality for the haters. Ahyeon has officially entered the top 3, competing closely with other big names whose popularity is equally insane. But wait a minute, who is in first place? And who is this new group called CORTIS that has suddenly dominated this list to the point of causing a stir among netizens on X? Is ILLIT still in control? We are going to break it all down right now. Do not blink, because today we're discussing a new history in the K-pop industry. Get your snacks ready and call all your mutuals in the group chat, because the script for the new It Girl and It Boy has just been rewritten. Hello to all you lovers of visuals and vocals. Welcome back to your favorite channel for the most up-to-date news in the world of K-pop. Before we dive into the full list, we have to talk about how crazy the Gen 5 competition is at the start of 2026. Remember when we first got to know Gen 4? Now, Gen 5 has taken over the throne at lightning speed. This January 2026 serves as proof that dominance is no longer about who debuted the longest, but who is searched for the most, otherwise known as the power of being searched. Based on the latest data from 5th-gen K-pop base, we're seeing a major shift. Names from BABYMONSTER, ILLIT, and the viral newcomer group CORTIS are truly monopolizing searches on Google, YouTube, and social media across the globe. From America and Brazil to Indonesia, everyone is typing these names on their keyboards. Why is Ahyeon so high up? What did Keonho do to land in second place? And Wonhee? Oh my god, Wonhee from ILLIT is truly unstoppable. Let's discuss them one by one, starting from the bottom of the list to the top of the throne. Let's start from position 10. We have our favorite giant baby, Chiquita from BABYMONSTER. This maknae is truly something else. Even though she's the youngest, Chiquita's stage presence is pure main character energy. Chiquita is constantly searched for because of her energetic performances and her increasingly mature visuals. Chiquita is definitely the future. Moving up to position 9, we have the angelic visual from ILLIT, Minju. Who wouldn't search for Minju's name after that ethereal vocal and visual performance? Minju has successfully captured global attention through her calm but deadly charisma. Fans are truly obsessed with Minju's high-end fashion vibe. Moving on to positions 8 and 7, here is the deadly duo from BABYMONSTER, Rami and Asa. This is wild. Rami with vocals that could shatter glass, and Asa with a rap flow faster than my monthly installments are truly dominating search engines. International netizens are apparently caught up in vocal queen and rap goddess fever. Asa, who hails from Japan, also proves she is one of the most influential foreign idols in Korea today. But look at the pattern. BABYMONSTER sent almost all their members to this list. This is insane. Is this a sign that 2026 is the year of the monster? Now we enter the part that has netizens shaking their heads. In positions 6, 5, and 4, we see dominance from a group that is currently a hot topic, CORTIS. There's Songhyun at number 6, Martin at number 5, and Juhan at number 4. Honestly, CORTIS is a true dark horse. They arrived and immediately disrupted the dominance of groups from the Big Four agencies. The presence of Songhyun, Martin, and Juhan on the most searched list proves that K-pop fans today are very hungry for fresh new talent. Martin with his international vibes and Juhan, who has strong main vocal energy, have successfully made people curious about who these cool guys are. Many are saying CORTIS is the definition of the next big thing for the Gen 5 boy group category. The competition between boy groups and girl groups on this list is perfectly balanced and very exciting. And now, the moment we have all been waiting for, the top 3. In position 3, our queen, the ace of all aces, Ahyeon from BABYMONSTER. Ahyeon's entry into the global top 3 is not surprising at all, but it's still something to be proud of. Ahyeon is the definition of a complete idol package. She can sing, she can rap, she can dance, and her visuals are unquestionable. She has an aura reminiscent of Blackpink's Jennie, but with a bolder Gen 5 touch. In January 2026, Ahyeon went viral for many things, ranging from song covers and iconic airport fashion to rumors of international collaborations. Everyone wants to know what Ahyeon is doing. She's not just a member of a group, she's a brand. Rising one level to position 2 is Keonho from CORTIS. Wow, Keonho is truly becoming the strongest candidate for It Boy this year. He managed to beat almost all the female idols on this list in terms of search volume. Keonho has a charisma that makes people weak in the knees, and his interactions with fans often land on the TikTok For You page. Keonho is literally everywhere. And in position 1, the ruler of January 2026, Wonhee from ILLIT. Congratulations to Wonhee! It seems the Wonhee syndrome has not ended. Since her debut, Wonhee has always been a magnet for attention, both for her doll-like visuals and her rapidly developing talent. She's the face of the 5th generation. Why is this list important? Because in 2026, searches mean power. If your name is typed frequently into search engines, it means you have a real impact on society. Ahyeon, for example, represents the high hopes of YG Entertainment to continue the legacy of Blackpink. Seeing her in 3rd place is a statement that she has already done it. We also have to discuss the potential It Girl and It Boy mentioned in that viral caption. Their coexistence on this list shows that the Gen 5 K-pop industry is very dynamic. There's no longer dominance by just one group. This is the era of collaborative mentality, where fans from various fandoms pay attention to each other. CORTIS, having 4 members on this list, with Keonho, Jooheon, Martin, and Sangyeon, is a loud alarm for other groups. They are not playing around. Meanwhile, BABYMONSTER, also with 4 members, including Ahyeon, Asa, Rami, and Chiquita, proves they are a group of visuals and talent. And let's not forget about ILLIT with Wonhee and Minju, who hold both Korean and global beauty standards. Will Ahyeon rise to the number 1 spot in February? Or perhaps Keonho will overtake Wonhee? This competition is more exciting than any Korean drama I've ever seen. Let's take a peek at what people on X are saying about this list. Many are saying that Ahyeon in 3rd place is justice for the whole world. There are also many shocked by CORTIS, saying CORTIS is truly invading, and asking who is Keonho because he's so good-looking. There are many memes circulating about how the fans of ILLIT, BABYMONSTER, and CORTIS should get along. In the midst of usually heated fan wars, seeing their idols lined up in this top 10 actually makes some fans feel proud because Gen 5 is truly alive. But there's also a small debate about who deserves to be called the real It Girl. Is it Wonhee with her massive popularity, or Ahyeon with her all-rounder talent? Personally, I think why should we have to choose one when we can support both? K-pop in 2026 is about diversity. That was the complete discussion regarding the 10 Gen 5 K-pop idols most searched for worldwide during January 2026. The data doesn't lie, and their popularity is truly sky high. Now, I want to ask you, the citizens of K-pop, out of these 10 names, who did you search for most often on Google or YouTube this month? Were you surprised that Ahyeon is only in 3rd place? Or do you think Wonhee deserves to be number 1 forever? And for the fans of CORTIS, let me know in the comments, what is the secret of this group that allowed them to immediately dominate the search lists? I want to know your thoughts. Don't forget to like this video if you're proud of your bias's achievements, share it with your fandom group chats to make it even more lively, and most importantly, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. We will continue to update these rankings every month. Don't miss out on the info regarding who will be the ruler of February 2026. Beyond the immediate shock of the rankings, we must dissect the seismic shift in consumer behavior that allowed these specific names to eclipse established veterans. The digital landscape of 2026 is no longer governed by domestic chart performance alone. It is dictated by the velocity of global interest and the virality index of individual members. Ahyeon's third-place finish is not merely a reflection of her talent, but a testament to her role as a cultural touchstone for the current generation. Her search volume peaked during the second week of January, coinciding with her appearance at a high-profile fashion gala, proving that the crossover between K-pop and global luxury remains a primary driver for internet traffic. When an idol can bridge the gap between music and high fashion, they cease to be just a performer and become a digital ecosystem, drawing in millions of queries from demographics far beyond the typical K-pop bubble. This phenomenon is equally evident in the unprecedented rise of CORTIS. To understand how a group from a relatively new agency could secure 4 spots in the top 10, one must look at their localized digital marketing strategies. Keonho, who secured the second spot, did not reach that height through traditional music show appearances alone. His dominance is the result of a deliberate, personality-driven content strategy that leveraged short-form video platforms to create a sense of intimacy with his audience. In 2026, the global audience craves authenticity over polished perfection. Keonho's search queries are frequently tied to his behind-the-scenes vlogs and spontaneous live interactions, which humanize the idol experience. This shift suggests that the traditional mystery surrounding idols is being replaced by a demand for accessibility, and CORTIS has mastered this transition better than almost any other male group in the 5th generation. Furthermore, we must address the strategic positioning of ILLIT. Wonhee's consistent #1 spot is a masterclass in brand longevity. While many idols experience a sharp decline in search interest after their debut period, Wonhee has maintained a steady baseline of curiosity by diversifying her public image. In January 2026, her search data showed significant spikes not only in South Korea, but also in Southeast Asia and North America. This geographic spread is crucial. For an idol to be truly global, they must resonate across different cultural contexts. Wonhee's appeal lies in her ability to embody the girl-next-door archetype, while simultaneously projecting the aura of a high-fashion muse. This duality creates a broad net for search queries, capturing everyone from casual listeners to hardcore collectors and industry analysts. The technical breakdown of these search statistics also reveals a fascinating trend regarding fandom loyalty versus general public curiosity. While names like Rami and Asa from BABYMONSTER see high search volumes during performance cycles, idols like Ahyeon and Wonhee maintain high numbers even during hiatuses. This indicates a transition from being a group member to becoming an independent entity in the eyes of the global public. When Ahyeon is searched, it is often for her individual activities, her personal style, and her potential future projects. This level of individual branding is what YG Entertainment has historically excelled at, and it is clear that they are applying the successful Blackpink blueprint to Ahyeon with surgical precision. The result is a profile that remains always on in the digital consciousness, regardless of the group's promotional schedule. As we look toward the remainder of 2026, the entry of CORTIS members like Martin, Joohoon, and Sangyeon into the top rankings signifies a diversification of the male idol archetype. For years, the market was dominated by a specific aesthetic, but these members bring a different energy, one that is more aligned with global pop trends and streetwear culture. Martin's international background has particularly helped in tapping into the English-speaking market, resulting in a search demographic that is notably diverse. This globalized appeal is the new gold standard. Any group that fails to cultivate a member with significant individual search power risks being left behind in an era where the member is the gateway to the group. The rivalry between BABYMONSTER and ILLIT is also evolving into something more constructive than a simple popularity contest. The data shows that fans who search for Wonhee are highly likely to also search for Ahyeon or Minju. This cross-fandom curiosity suggests that the fifth generation is expanding the total market size for K-pop, rather than just fighting over a static piece of the pie. The high visibility of these 10 idols acts as a tide that lifts all boats, bringing more eyes to the K-pop genre as a whole. However, the pressure to maintain these numbers is immense. The digital audience is notoriously fickle. A lack of content for even 2 weeks can result in a significant drop in search rankings. This necessitates a relentless production cycle that challenges both the idols and their management teams to remain perpetually relevant. What does this mean for the future of the industry? We're entering a period where search engine optimization for idols is as important as vocal training. Management companies are now analyzing trending keywords and social media algorithms to determine when to release teaser photos or member updates. The fact that Keonho can challenge a juggernaut like Wonhee for the top spot proves that the barrier to entry is lowering for those who understand digital engagement. It is no longer enough to be talented. One must be searchable. This involves creating moments that are clip-worthy and memeable, ensuring that an idol's name stays at the top of the autocomplete suggestions on every major platform. In conclusion, the January 2026 search rankings are a snapshot of a transition. We're witnessing the birth of the next decade's icons. Ahyeon's top 3 placement is a validation of her status as a generational leader, while the rise of CORTIS serves as a wake-up call to the established giants. The competition is healthy, the stakes are high, and the global audience is more engaged than ever before. As we track these metrics throughout the year, we'll see who has the stamina to stay in the top 10 and who was merely a fleeting trend. The battle for the title of the definitive it girl and it boy of the fifth generation is far from over. In fact, it has only just begun. If you found this deep dive into the 2026 digital rankings insightful, please consider following our updates as we track the rise of these stars month by month. Who do you think will be the biggest mover in February? Join our community discussion in the comments section below and share this article with your fellow fans to see where they stand in this ongoing debate.